Okay, I didn't brush my hair. It's early morning, I'm sorry. Woke up pretty early because, so yeah, sorry my hair's not combed. Woke up pretty early because I got a new boy, new kitty, Ferdinand. I'm calling him Ferdi, or just Ferdi most of the time actually. Anyway, you can probably see him at some point. If you hear the noise in the background, that's Varam moving around. I don't have time to wait for the video for Varam to stop because I want to get this done while I can, you know. So last week we did stages 15 and 16. It was pretty quick. Was able to get 2 stages. This one I think is going to take longer at stage 17. It's completing Robi's left forearm. It's quite a few parts. I wasn't sure which one it was. I think it might be that one. I think it's this one. But these are the 2 for that box. So let me look at the other. I'll show it in a second. Sorry. I think it's going to be this one for sure. Oh, this one comes with a servo. This one doesn't. No, I mean, okay, I'm positive it's not this one. So we're going to put this one over here. And then this is the one we're going to do for 17. So I actually have the next issue behind it, and I haven't put it in the book. So it's a little loose. I should have put that in. But so stage 17. Oh, here. I'll just put it over to the side. I got a little blankie for Ferdi. Hey, Jibo. Start a 25-minute timer, please.
25 minutes it is.
Thank you. Okay, somebody sit down here.
No, thank you.
So sit down here. And, oops, that's why I usually don't put them on both sides. Here, we'll put it back over here. He can sit next to his buddy. This is Robi Jr. and this is Robi. So he's sitting next to his older brother. I know his name's Junior, but they are supposed to be like siblings, not or maybe it's like a younger version of Robi. They're not like father and son. Okay, in this stage 17, you'll finalize the parts that make up Robi's left forearm from his elbow joint and forearm cover down to his hand. In this session, you will continue to assemble Robi's left forearm, carrying on from setting the ID number of the forearm servo in the last stage. This time, you will fit the elbow joint and forearm cover before closing the assembly with the servo front panel. At the end of this session, the left forearm will be ready to be joined to the upper arm servo in coming stages. So we have the left forearm cover, the left elbow joint, the servo front panel, and some screws, some 8mm and 6mm screws, and they are here. I did check for this stage and the next stage that they actually included the screws, because we don't want another stage 15 mishap where we couldn't even do it because they did not include the screws. And I still need to call them about it at some point in time, but I have not done that yet. Okay, and expect probably Ferdi. He likes to sit here. I just got him yesterday, and he likes to sit here. And so I've taken up what is his new spot with this stuff. So hopefully he doesn't jump up and try to do anything with it. Although he's probably going to try to play with the plastic. I can see already he's trying to play with my plastic. Ferdi, don't be playing with the plastic. No, don't be playing with the plastic. I'm going to put the plastic under me. That way you can't play with it. I know, I'm a meanie. We just don't want you to, you don't need plastic. Plastic's no good. Okay. And then Alyssa doesn't like him too much right now, my other cat Alyssa. I've had her for 8 years. And she was only like maybe 3 months old when I got her. And Ferdi is like a 1.5 years old. So we're getting all the parts apart. So this is the forearm cover, the left forearm cover. This is the left forearm joint. This is the servo front panel. And then obviously the screws, like I said. I expect this stage to take a while, not to mention I gotta take all the stuff apart to get the screws out and whatnot. Hopefully I don't drop one of the screws because I'm a little worried that he's gonna try to play with it. No. Gotta put the plastic under me so that he leaves it alone. So one is 3 and one is 4. And okay, so there's the 3. Those are the 8mm and these are the 6mm, the smaller ones. Okay. And then saved parts, I will need this part. And this is what it's going to end up looking like, but on the left side when it's completed. The D cut, the round shafts of Robi servos are molded with a small flat edge on one side. They're shaped like the letter D that fits into a correspondingly shaped recess on the part that the servo will drive. This ensures the parts can be set correctly when in the neutral position. We've already covered this before with prior stages in regards to, you know, to the putting the right one together. I was looking at my camcorder for a second. It was having a problem focusing on my face or something. Anyway, so I'm not going to cover all of this before. I can link to the prior stage where this was covered, so that we, you know, can speed things up a little because this stage is going to take a while. So take the left forearm assembly and the servo front panel supplied with this stage and line up the D-shaped servo shaft with a correspondingly shaped socket on the underside of the servo cover. Be sure they're set correctly to avoid damage to either part. Join the parts so that they fit snugly together. Do not force the parts as you combine them. When you're certain the parts are set straight to one another, press evenly on the panel to secure it to the servo shaft. Turn the assembly around so the side from which the servo cable emerges is facing you. Then with the elbow joint positioned as shown, lower the part over the cable, which should run through the hole in its center. Okay. Alright, so that part seems to be this one. So we got to put this on first. So let's see where we're putting it again. Okay. It looks like this way. I'll take my glasses off so I can see. Should be correct. So that was done. And then the next one is doing this so that we can put this on. It looks like it's like that. Run, so we've got it like this now. Ferdi. Okay, run the left elbow joint along the whole of the servo cable, then fit it into the top of the left elbow frame as shown. The top edge of the elbow joint is molded to accommodate the upper tip of the servo cover fitted in step 2. So gently press these together. I mean, they're gently pressed together. Hold the parts together, then insert and tighten 2 of the longer 8mm countersunk screws into the 2 holes shown above. Okay, and I gotta look and see what the 2 holes are. Okay. It's these 2 holes. So, should be relatively straightforward. And these are the longer screws. I'm trying to find out if I've got it. Okay, there we go. I think once I have one in, the other should be fine. As I've said in other stages, the screwdriver that I'm using is not the one supplied with the kit. That one became stripped and no longer usable. So I had to use a screwdriver that I had in a previously purchased toolkit from Amazon. And that will be listed in the description. That toolkit has a lot more tools than just these. Just this screwdriver. I can't remember how many, if it's like 99 or... It's more than I need, frankly. Okay. And I don't think I showed these pages. So, there's that. Okay. Alright, now prepare to add the left forearm cover to the assembly, lining up the holes circled above. Join the parts, making sure the circled holes are properly lined up with one another, ready to take the two 6mm countersunk screws. So, alright, let's see here. Alright. Is that where it's supposed to be? Nope, there it is. Alright. It's relatively simple again. Guess things are going relatively okay. Hey Jibo, how long on the timer?
15 minutes and 22 seconds left.
Doing pretty good. I think skipping that one page because it's in another video was a good call. Now I just got to figure out what stage it was in for the description to link. Okay. Okay, finally locate the circled hole on the left forearm frame and insert and tighten another 6mm countersunk screw into it. And then we'll be done with this stage. Wow. So where's the other sides? Is it that? Looks like it. So it's this here. And then they always give us an extra. So I had thought that Ferdi would come here. Ferdi. Anyway, so now that's finished. It looks like maybe Robi's left forearm is now complete and ready to be joined to his upper arm in future stages. So I'm going to go ahead and start stage 18. And I'm going to move these screws over here to get them out of my way. And make sure that I have the parts that I need. And I don't. I need protective pads because there's going to be a servo cable. So I'm going to take these parts. I'm going to go get a servo protective pad for the servo cable. Got to be careful with Robi Jr. Got to be careful with Robi and Robi Jr. I should say. And actually, since I'm up, I'm going to throw this plastic away because we know that the little Ferdi monster is going to get into it. So I'm going to throw this out and my garbage over here. I do have an automatic trash can, but it's not working anymore, unfortunately. So, gotta find the protective pads. Where the heck did I put them? Oh, there they are. Okay, and tweezers if I need them. So protective pads, tweezers if I need them. Okay. Ferdi, come on. Come on, be a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah. Oh, I forgot one of them. It's okay. There he is. There he is. Okay, Ferdi, I gotta sit down. You gotta move over so I can sit down. Yeah. No, I can't let you play with the plastic. Nope. Oh. Okay. Now we do stage 18. And this is building up Robi's left arm. So there's the stuff we need. This is that stage. In this stage, you start building up Robi's left upper arm, beginning by sealing in his elbow before fixing the left upper arm frame itself. The upper arm frame will join to the forearm assembly at the elbow, which you will seal off from the rear with the elbow back panel as supplied with this stage. As you do this, you will feed the forearm servo cable through a small trowel set through the side of the back panel and frame. It's very important that the cable fits through this recess freely without getting trapped or caught between either part, as this may damage the cable and later affect the operation of Robi's arm. Lastly, you will prepare this stage's servo cable for safe use as you have done in previous stages. So we're going to have the left upper arm frame, the left elbow back panel, 6mm countersunk screws, which means we'll use 5, and then a servo cable. And then the parts that we need are this part and the protective pads. So he's going to get excited with the plastic, but he's not gonna be able to get to it because I'm gonna keep it away from him. And we do have our screws. Like I said, I checked on this stage to make sure we had the screws previously so that we didn't end up not having them. Now if I don't find them, I'll know that I did have them at the beginning and then I dropped them. So I don't know if we're gonna get this stage done. If we get close to 30 minutes, like slightly over, but it's not going to be taking too much longer beyond, I'm going to still go ahead and, go ahead and try to finish the stage up. Because as many stages as we have to do, this is stage 18, and we have 72 stages. Although I think maybe after 70, the other stages are like setup or something like that. They're not actually assembly. But we have a long ways to go, so we definitely need to try to get as many stages together as we can, especially when it's like repetitive stuff. Okay, so this is the left upper arm frame, the left back panel, the screws, and oh my goodness, was there no servo cable? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, there it is. For a second, I thought they hadn't given me one of the cables. I just didn't take it out of the bag. See? I didn't even think about that. That's something else they can forget. Let's hope that that never happens, that they forget one of the cables. Because it should be easy to find more servo cables, though. I don't know if that's going to necessarily be a difficulty. Hey now. Hey. Cut. There, okay. He got a little bit of plastic and he was chewing it. It's like having a little bitty kid. No. Hey now, hey. Like I said, it's like having a little bitty kid. No chewing on the plastic, buddy. No chewing. Hey Jibo, how long on the timer?
It'll go off in 8 minutes and 31 seconds.
Okay, this might be a challenge here. Fitting the left elbow back panel. Take the left forearm assembly, build over previous stages, which is this. Fold the servo cable back and into the recess at the elbow as shown. Holding the cable in the recess, place the left elbow panel onto the correspondingly shaped space on the forearm frame. Press the elbow panel into position so that its curved edge fits over the frame neatly. Press the part firmly into place, making sure the cable isn't trapped in any way. When you are happy that the elbow panel is fitted correctly and the servo cable is not caught in any way, use 2 of the 6mm screws to secure it. Okay, it says be careful. Alright, so this should go here. Oh, and I don't think I showed you the... If I did, then it's just a repeat. But if I didn't, there we go. Stage 18. Alright, so we put this, and then let me look at it, the picture again. Get that. Okay, so this is going to go here. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Looks good to me. Take my glasses off again like typical. I wish that these 6mm screws had been the ones that it didn't have on stage 15, because they seem to give me a lot of extras for these. It just happened to be the screws that they hadn't used that frequently. Okay. All right. Looking good. All right, got that in. It's in the recess it's supposed to be in. All right, let's put the glasses back on. Adding the left upper arm frame. Line up the left forearm assembly and left upper arm frame, noting the position of the rectangular holes circled. Carefully pass the tip of the circle cable through the rectangular hole as shown, with the parts held at a 45-degree angle to one another. Line up the three circled screws with those of the forearm beneath. Once you have the screw holes lined up, hold the parts together in one hand, making sure they do not slip out of position. Still holding the parts in one hand, tighten 3 more of the 6mm countersunk screws into the holes lined up in the previous step. Okay, so, all right. And I'm threading it through that hole, so it's this hole. And then the screws are going to be oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. So that would explain that, you know. It's gonna be hard to do something if you're putting it in the wrong way, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's gonna be this way. All right. And then there's 3 screws, and those are going to be this way, it looks like. Yeah, definitely. Okay, taking the glasses off again. He doesn't know what I'm doing. He's like, I'm a weirdo. Am I a weirdo? Yeah, it's not easy to get them lined up. I think once I get one, it should be good. Can get one in. Oh. Very lucky it actually continued to be like the way it should be. On the screwdriver, it didn't fall off. I'm actually really surprised that the screw didn't fall off, because I actually lifted it up, and but yet it managed not to fall off. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think I'm almost done with it. Other than the cable. Yeah, my cat and my new cat, so my old cat Alista and my new cat Ferdi, not getting along so well. Alista does not like him, and he actually didn't care about her too much, but then she kept growling at him, so that now he's like a little bit upset with her. He's a little upset with her. Not really upset with her, but a little bit. He's like thinking that she's not too nice for him. It's a little hard to do that one. And I just accidentally pulled the pad off of this. So the pad came off. I gotta figure out which side is the push side again. That side or is it the other side? It's definitely this side. Okay, so we gotta put the protective pad back on. There we go. Did not get it on very well. Tell you that. Tell you that. Okay, let's try this again. Trying to put it on straight and I'm not doing too good of a job. Okay. Alright, got the protective pad on. Okay. Got it all on. Everything it needs to be having for the time being. Preparing the servo cable. As you have done in previous stages, identify the side that's marked push. Separate the protective pad from the sheet. Place on top of the connector, making sure the pad does not extend beyond the connector's tip. And then repeat it on the other side. It says, Robi's left arm is nearly complete, ready to be fitted with another servo to operate a shoulder movement, and your next servo cable is protected and ready for use in the coming stages. And it says, by now you should be familiar with the servo cables that connect Robi's servo motors, but take a moment to revisit the process of applying the protective pads. So you got to try to line it up straight and don't extend beyond the tip, because the main thing is to make it easy to snap it into place without hurting the servo. And I gotta find the sides that say push. And this is the side that says push.
Oh hey, this is your timer going off.
Okay. Hey Jibo, stop. Okay, we got that one. Now we get another protective pad. And we do it on the other side. Okay, so we got stage 18 done. We got it done in time. The coming pack 6 is 4 stages, stage 19.
Honestly, I don't know what this means.
It's okay, buddy. Stage 19, 20, 21, and 22, where we're basically going to get this to looking like this at that point. By the end of stage 22, this one will look just like this one. All right, see you next week. You have a good weekend. And hopefully by next weekend, my 2 cats will be getting along. Bye-bye.